It is just after midnight as I'm recording this particular segment on Thursday morning, midnight East Coast time, and I am generally I would wait on just doing this with a live show, but I wanted to get this one out there and put it out on the Liberty Daily's Rumble channel, as well of course my Rumble channel at jdrucker.com/rumble. Get this out there because with the hopes that somebody's going to contact us and say, hey, here's what we know. And if you do have information about anything that I'm about to discuss, please reach out to me. Go to jdrucker.com/talk, jdrucker.com/talk, and that will come directly to me. So rumors are flying, some from credible sources, some from, I'd say questionable sources, but they're indicating that something big is about to drop around or even on Kamala Harris today, Thursday. These rumors are coming from some questionable sources, some decent sources, but no official word has come out yet. The only reason that I would say that there's actually at least a decent chance, we'll say a 20% chance that some of this could be true, is the fact that Kamala Harris is taking a day off. Okay, we're less than 2 weeks until the election. She just took a day off, and apparently she's taking another quote-unquote day off. Donald Trump alluded to this during his rally Wednesday night, and even he's kind of hinted, hey, maybe he knows something, maybe somebody knows something, maybe Kamala knows something that is prompting this odd behavior from the vice president, the border czar, the Democrat nominee for president. Here's Donald Trump. You tell me what you think.
Most unfit vice president in the history of our country. No one respects her. No one trusts her. No one takes her seriously. This is a woman who took yesterday off. How do you take yesterday off? You got 13 days. You're running for the presidency. She takes her time off. I've gone 52 days in a row, and I'm not taking any days off, that I can tell you. No, but think of that. She's taking days off at levels not seen. I hear she's taking another one tomorrow or something. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Maybe she knows something we don't know. That's bad, right? Maybe she knows something we don't know. Does everybody understand that? Maybe.
So it does appear that Donald Trump has some questions about Kamala's odd behavior. Why would she be taking a day off in the heat of the campaign? We had some quote-unquote bombshells drop about Trump on Wednesday that all turned out to be nothing burgers, false. And otherwise, even if they were true, they're, again, nothing burgers. They're grasping at straws on the radical left. The corporate media is trying their best to find something, dig something up. But unfortunately for them, they really did all of their bombshell dropping for the last 8 years. It's just, and none of them stuck, of course. But hey, they keep trying, I guess. But we have heard some reports. One in particular from George Santos, the former congressman. A Republican congressman who I tend to like. I like George. I don't know why, actually. I like a lot of his policy recommendations. I think that he was shafted hard when he was forced out of Congress. I think that maybe he did some wrong. Who knows? But his quote-unquote wrongs were definitely nowhere near the wrongs of so many other actual members on Capitol Hill, people that are corrupt, they're liars. Many of them have committed unambiguous crimes that are currently either unreported or not under investigation. Or a lot of them should be in jail. Let's face it. I mean, we have members of our Congress, members of Senate, who should be in jail. Nancy Pelosi, but George Santos is the one the sacrificial lamb that got ousted, booted, whatever. Who cares? I mean, it is politics as usual. But with that said, he has had the occasional bombshell. He's also had the occasional bust. We don't know, but he did put out a short little video on Wednesday night and it's to the point that he even posted a separate X post saying that he's not suicidal. That's how big allegedly his report is. So let's see what George has to say.
Oh, hey guys. Gotta tell you something. It's so crazy. I just got off the phone with a source, and they're telling me that tomorrow the Kamala Harris ship sinks. you're going to see all the rats jumping off. The story that's going to break tomorrow is so damning and so bad that Democrats are going to distance themselves from her like something you've never seen before. And essentially, you might even see some asking for people to vote for Trump. This is wild. Stay tuned as this drops tomorrow.
We will see. Again, George Santos, like the guy, don't necessarily trust the guy, but he has had some bombshells that turned out to be true that he has dropped in the past. Jack Posobiec over at Human Events and other places, he is a legitimate, reliable source, and he said that a White House official says it's over. We don't know what that means. Could be anything. Could just be, hey, Kamala's doing so poorly that the White House is basically saying, let's abandon ship. Let's just assume the worst and get the shredders out and start shredding documents because Trump's coming back into the office. Another source, though, this is one that was interesting to me. This is from Jack Unheard. I would call him a loosely reliable source, but then again, look, we're not declaring this as fact. We're saying that these are the rumors. Okay? So take from what you will. But according to Jack Unheard, he says a bombshell story is developing that Kamala Harris attended multiple private Diddy parties. Is this the reason for all the panic and false accusations towards Trump? I don't know. Well, as far as the false accusations, no, that's not the reason. They would have thrown those out no matter what. They're not trying to distract from anything at this point. They're just trying to get people, as many people as they can, to hate Trump. They are scared. They see the polls. They hear what's happening. They probably have insider information from the quote unquote internal polling that's always exponentially more accurate than the public polls. And maybe they're thinking they're getting so desperate that they're just throwing up anything they can, throwing it against the wall and trying to get something to stick. That's very possible. But as far as could there be a bombshell, an October surprise of some sort, dropping on Kamala Harris today, we'll see. I'm not banking on it, but I am hoping for it. Generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of October surprise. I would rather, you guys have your ideas, we have our ideas. Let's compete in the marketplace of ideas and see who can outsell the other one, right? That's how I like things. But this is being 2024 and knowing that the uniparty swamp, the deep state, the globalist elite cabal are going to do anything they can, legal or not. They're going to do anything they can to try to stop Donald Trump from going back to the Oval Office where he belongs, and to stop Republicans from taking control of the Senate and keeping control of the House and governorships and state legislatures and mayors and city councilmen and sheriffs and dog catchers and all of it. They just hate us. If you are an America First patriot, they hate you, and they're willing to do anything they can to stop you. And that starts at the very top with trying to stop Donald Trump. So considering what's at stake and considering that that they're willing to play as unfair as possible, I'm perfectly fine with a Kamala Harris November surprise bombshell dropping now, tomorrow, anytime before the election. The sooner the better, because a lot of people are already voting for whatever reason. Thank you for watching this clip. You can see the entire shows by subscribing to my Rumble channel over at jdrucker.com/rumble. That's jdrucker.com/rumble.